In the heart of Tokyo, obscured by the thrum of Shibuya and the dizzying heights of Shinjuku, stood a peculiar museum seldom spoken of beyond the whispers of the city's subcultures. The Nakano Curiosity Shop, an inconspicuous, teetering structure of shadowed corners and rusting signage, was famed for its late-night exhibit, Echoes of Red. Each night, precisely at the chime of midnight, the curator, an aged gentleman with sunken eyes named Mr. Hoshino, would unlock the dusty red door at the back. Those privy to the existence of this exhibit were a motley crew of thrill-seekers, the disillusioned, and art connoisseurs with an inexplicable affinity for the macabre. Sakura, a young illustrator haunted by surreal nightmares, entered the Nakano Curiosity Shop, enticed by its obscure reviews on an underground blog. As the clock tower signaled the arrival of another midnight, she and a handful of oddities congregated around Mr. Hoshino. With an eerie calm, he spoke, "Tonight, let the veils between art and morality blur further." This enigmatic introduction set a chill deep into the spines of the attendees as they proceeded through the crimson door. The room beyond was veiled in crimson velvet, faintly lit by flickering candlelight. Shadows danced across the contorted sculptures and eccentric paintings, each piece an unsettling union of grotesque beauty and dark fantasy. At the center was a prohibited exhibit draped under a red silk sheet, invoking an unrelenting curiosity in the young woman. As the visitors perused the artworks, whispers of Reika were occasionally heard from Mr. Hoshino. Reika, as Sakura later learned, was a controversial artist who vanished in the zenith of her unsettling creations. Her works, now cult in status, predominantly featured distressed figure studies, which intricately combined elements of eroticism with visceral horror. It was said that her unsettling demise, or rather her disappearance, breathed a spectral life into her creations. Heartbeat syncing with the rhythmic ticking of the grandfather clock, Sakura found herself before the central exhibit. Her fingers trembled as she reached for the silk, unveiling the Feast of Judas, a grotesque tableau of mannequins arranged in a parody of the Last Supper. Flesh-like silicone painted in hues of death and decadence adorned the figures, each poised in chilling realism. The most disturbing was Judas, replaced by a woman's figure, her eyes hollow yet piercing, almost too lifelike. The room's air grew thick, suffocating. Sakura, entranced by the horrific beauty, did not see the figure of Mr. Hoshino approaching from behind. His voice, a mere whisper, suggested, "Fascinating, isn't it? Art that feeds upon the beholder, enveloping them in its dark narrative." As the last candle flickered out, the murmurs crescendoed into muffled fears. When the lights returned, Mr. Hoshino was beside the exhibit, a satisfied gaze upon his hollow eyes. Sakura, however, was never seen again. Rumors surfaced of an extra silhouette in the Feast of Judas, a figure bearing a striking resemblance to the young illustrator, her eyes as hollow as the woman represented as Judas. The line between spectator and spectacle had blurred, a chilling continuation of Reika's legacy through the Nakano Curiosity Shop, where reality and art devastatingly converged.